Hey guys, first regardsman here. I'll be talking about a max armor regen build for the Bulwark class in Space Marine 2 patch 12.0. Now, the main idea of this build is building all around our armor regen, so we take things like armor reinforcement, focus restoration, rapid regeneration, and glory shield. And this pretty much makes it so when we have our chapter banner down, it is practically impossible to die, so it's pretty fun for that and pretty damn easy to use. Now, for the melee weapon here, I do take the newly buffed balanced power axe, and mainly because this weapon has amazing horde clear, amazing damage in patch 12 because all the balanced weapons got a buff to their base damage, and you can also build into things like restoration and really not sacrifice a ton on like the damage side of this thing. So for the perk tree here, I do start off with the perk Perpetual Strength first. Melee damage increases by 5%. Moving here into the perk Coup de Grace, the last strike of a light combo deals 25% more damage. This weapon actually does quite a bit of damage on the light combos. You also have a 6 speed, so it's pretty good for that. The next perk here is Perpetual Strength and Perpetual Strength again for a 10% melee damage increase. Then I grab the perk Patient Stance into the perk here Power Strike. Gunstrike from Power Stance, it deals 20% more damage. Now, we are going to be using a heavy bolt pistol on this build, so our Gunstrike damage is quite strong already, and also the balanced Power Axe can take full advantage of Gunstrike, so a really good synergy there. And next perk here is Power Wave, going down to the perk Tactical Retreat. Power Backstep deals 25% more damage. This is just a must-take in my opinion. Whenever you're playing a Power Axe, this will up your damage tremendously, so pretty much always grab it. And the final two perks are Minora Slayer into the perk Restoration. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores 1 armor segment. The cooldown is 20 seconds. Now, this is just more armor regen for our armor regen build, so kind of a no-brainer to pick this one up. Though I will say, if you want to skip over these two perks here, you could pick up Cleaver and the perk up here, Endless Slash. They are both really good options for this build, or you could go down the bottom tree for things like counterattack and riposte, but that is up to you. That's pretty much all there is for the power axe here. Now for my secondary weapon, I do take the ammo reserve option on the heavy bolt pistol, mainly because I hate fighting Zoanthropes with a plasma or Neo-Volkite. It takes forever to kill them. This weapon is way more ammo efficient and actually has a headshot multiplier, so I do like it for that. Now, for the perk tree on this, I do take Divine Might first, moving here into the perk Perpetual Penetration, Increased Capacity, Extended Magazine, and Death Strike. I talk about this perk all the time. After killing a Majora's Level or higher enemy in melee combat, you will deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. Now, this will also trigger off a normal finisher, not just a melee kill, so keep that in mind. And go here into the perk Great Might, up into the perk Discipline for 25% more damage on low ammo. This perk is super clutch sometimes, so definitely a good option. Next perk here is Strong Finish, moving here into the perk Headhunter, Gunstrike Reload, and of course, Tactical Precision, because getting 20% more headshot damage is just super worth it on this weapon, because non-headshot damage on this gun does not matter at all. So that's pretty much everything there is for the heavy bolt pistol. Now, if you want to take a plasma, I would build it this way on like any variant, and the Neo-Volkite I would set up it this way on any variant, and the bolt pistol something like this, and that's pretty much everything there is for the secondary overall. Now for the Bulwark perk tree, I do take Intimidating Aura first. A perfect time parry deals AoE damage in a 5-meter radius. The cooldown is 5 seconds. This is one of the best perks in the entire game. The amount of damage this puts out is kind of staggering, to be honest, and a 5-second cooldown hardly matters at all. This will allow you to one-shot combo any Majora's in the game on a parry Gunstrike. Really good for that, and just really good in general for dealing like free damage on defensive. Though I will say, if you want another top tier option, Conviction is also very strong. This one gives you a 25% health damage reduction for 10 seconds on your armor break, and that does make you substantially more tanky, especially on a Bulwark, where you have a 30% increase to your base HP here. So a really good synergy on both of these. Next perk here is Scramble Targeting. If you're surrounded by 5 or more enemies, you take 25% less damage from range attacks. This is just a free range damage reduction I do like to pick up because Shock and Awe and Armor Contempt don't do a lot for us on this build. And the next perk here is, of course, Armor Reinforcement. Non-finisher gun strikes restore 1 armor segment. This is one of the best offensive perks in the entire game, mainly because armor basically functions as a damage cap in Space Marine 2, because any melee attack in this game will do no damage to you when you have any amount of armor remaining, and because of that, things that drip feed you armor like Armor Reinforcement or the perk up here, Focus Restoration, are really powerful options for any defensive build. Though I will say, if you really want to skip over this for things like Steel Within, you could do that. I do think this perk is a bit better versus Chaos, but I'm going for full armor today, so we're taking this one. Next perk here is Focus Restoration. Every 30 seconds, all team members automatically restore one armor segment. For the same reasons that Armor Reinforcement is a top tier option, this one is too. Giving 3 armor back to your entire team every 30 seconds is godlike in this game. This will save your teammates' lives all the time, mainly because classes like Tech Marine and Tactical desperately need the armor at times, and having an option for that just attached to a team perk will just help them out tremendously. Next perk here is Rapid Regeneration. The banner restores armor 300% faster, restoration is reduced to 10 seconds. This perk is kind of a give and take. I actually think this one is pretty fun to use because basically when this perk is down, or excuse me, when your banner is down with this perk, you will be immortal. Like, it is practically impossible to die with this perk active. Now, losing time on your banner definitely sucks, and losing on Purity of Purpose also kind of sucks, but Glorious Shield does make up for that with a longer lasting banner, and that's why I pick it up next here, because it says all team members in the banner's area of effect take 20% less damage, and the banner lasts 20% longer. So having a 300% increase to the armor restore rate, on top of having a 20% damage reduction on top of other armor regen, when your banner's down, you are just not dying. Your entire team is not dying. That's pretty much the whole crux of this build. Next perk here is Inspiration. All team members in the banner's area of effect deal 20% more damage. This is just a nice little damage buff here. Obviously, you lose some time on it, mainly because of the perk here, Rapid Regeneration, but this will affect your melee damage, your range damage, and stuff like that, so pretty nice catch all. Though I will say, if you want to skip over this and take Rejuvenating Effect or Merciful Resolve instead, you could do that. That is up to you. Final perk here is Armor Advance. If you have armor remaining, you don't lose 12 heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back. Since we have armor up pretty much all the time in this build, this is like an infinite source of no knockback for us, and no knockback will help you from like not getting stun locked, and not getting stun locked in Space Marine 2 is the #1 way to just not instantaneously die, so a really powerful option, and that's pretty much everything there is for the main perk tree. Now for my prestige perk selection, I do take Resilience first. Medicae stims restore 40% more HP. This just helps out the pickup economy, your stims a lot. Getting 40% more HP off a stim is actually very valuable on a Bulwark because you will get the same base percentage on a Medicae stim no matter what, regardless of what your base HP is, and Bulwark has a 30% increase starting HP, so way better for him than like other classes. Next perk here is Overcharge. Held in charge attack damage increases by 20%. This is one of the best melee perks in the entire game. This is a 20% multiplicative melee damage increase to the heaviest hitting attacks in Space Marine 2. You pretty much always pick this up wherever you can find it. On the Bulwark class, unlike Assault, it is pretty much free because it's in your prestige perk tree. Next perk here is Powerful Shot. Range damage increases by 20%. Moving here to the perk Masterful Defense. Ability charge restored by 1% for every blocked range attack. CDR in this game is incredible. Getting banners back more quickly is incredible. And your banner is not up as long in this build, so you pretty much always pick this up. But to be honest, this perk is like mandatory on practically every shield build ever for Bulwark because it's just so damn powerful. That's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. Armor regen on Bulwark is pretty damn fun to use. I think the Power Axe is one of the best options for armor restore in the entire game. Getting restoration built into your melee weapon is pretty incredible, and this, on top of all the other options in our perk tree, have a pretty amazing synergy. And that's pretty much all there is in this one, guys. Hopefully this build guide helped you, and as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye.
Infestation is stemmed for now. Keep a tight formation. We do not want to accept
The balance axe feels so good for Horde Clear.
survey the terrain while we can, brothers.
Imagine if you could dual wield melee weapons. True. That'd be pretty peak.
Check for cloaked viral seals. We do not want our armor compromised in combat. Force visible now. Lieutenant Titus, we have secured the Militarum. Activate the Quartermaster's console and wait the machines turn. Instruct it to load the implosive warhead onto the train and assist it when necessary.
If you notice a bug here, after activating a turret and walking away, it explodes if you leave it active, it stays there. I think it's because if you move on to a new area, they blow up. I kind of noticed that. I mean, it's just like an intended feature. I have no idea with Saber, though.
Stand fast in your vows to the master of mankind.
It's hard to tell with them.
Even their champion, these cravens did not live to be reinforced. Swapping magazine. The zoanthrope has fallen. To be trampled underfoot.
Shit.
Transfer Nova King implosive warhead into the supply chain.
Acknowledge. Commencing transfer protocols. Attention. Services not found. Operators required to complete the transport process.
Who will act as operator?
Balance moment. Oh. They were pretty much immortal in the banner, though, with rapid regen.
They send their strongest. Only to see reloading magazine. Even their champion stands in charge.
Dude, this Biovore is just chilling. Alright, that's cool. Love it.
Replacing holy order. Xenos gun beast exterminated.
Hello, Wife. What's up, FTG? What's up, Haynes? How are you doing, Haynes? A1.
Banner, ready! Ready to deploy. To his faithful, he provides.
All the way up here? Come on.
We are the exterminators become flesh. Inputting the data.
Inputs accepted.
What difficulty? This is absolute.
Operator required accepted. Registration with supply train.
Process is stored. Find that console.
That area is taking forever. D1, please. Am I at the fucking deli? Like, what is this? Sorry here. Okay.
The Xenos infestation is stemmed to the mouth. I'm operating the console.
Going home tonight for 2 weeks, so no Space Marine 2 for a while, sadly. It's tragic. That's a real tragedy, brother. Fighting for the Gavin. What the fuck does that even mean, Osborne? Is that English you just spoke in my chat? Is that High Gothic? As an elite knowledge I'm unaware of. Thought you watched Sopranos, you? Oh, I did. But I watched like all in one sitting, so I don't remember jack shit.
Lieutenant Titus, we are sending the payload.
My mind gets real fuzzy, you know? Ah, shit.
Good. Escort the payload to the train. Brothers, the blueprints say we can utilize it.
The gabagool. Here, let's go up here. Maybe we'll get a boss fight. I do love boss fights in my Space Marine game, equal game 2. Is all the discharge perk not working for everybody else? That perk definitely works. Very good too. Never had any issues with it. Is that Sean Connery for a second? I think so. I think that was one of the emulations. Perhaps, mayhaps.
Keep a tight formation. We do not want to get separated. Survey the terrain while you can. Trust such power into the hands
So the only thing I hate in this game, like the neurothrope round for bullshittery like this, getting frame trapped by this, that used to be way worse. Before they fixed that neurothrope, they used to spam that shit at you. Prospero, whatever happened there, probably the most justified execution of all time on the knee of Lehman Russ. If you ask me. Well, I went 2 feet on that one, okay. That's right. This is why I take the heavy bolt pistol, by the way. For this exact moment. What's a buff up bar? Just a little bit.
Xenos was but an abhorrent blight.
Oh, you just went way out, okay. What's up, Charles? Hello, hello. Are you using defensive mask for this run? No, this is like all armor. We got armor reinforcement, focus restoration, rapid regeneration, glory shield. So when the banner's down, you're pretty much immortal on this build, but it doesn't last too long. You and your whole team would be really. I don't really think that's better than glory shield with like purity of purpose, because armor's already so strong on its own. But rapid regen definitely is noticeable. I feel like they should just remove the, if I was Saber, I would remove the duration being lowered on rapid regen and just buff the perk to work like purity of purpose, you know?
The banner is ready to fly.
Or I should say buff the perk to have like no downside. Because the downside is you don't get purity of purpose. SUG forgot to take my mod, unlimited power. I guess I did do that. I'll remember eventually. Pretty much immortal hunt and sort triple biovore at 34 mines. I mean, you might actually survive that, to be honest, with how fast your armor comes back on top of the damage reduction. Relic. I think we're smooth sailing now.
Survey the terrain while you can, brothers. Brothers, together we go.
Delta bomb. That's peak.
Obstruction detected. Removal is required to commence.
It shall be
Removal.
done. Obstruction cleared.
This is where the power axe really outperforms the block axe, or the balance one, I should say. And they just kind of mop up Minoris. But this is not even like the best build for it. Alright, you gotta go. I can kill that. Not really what I wanted to blow up. I should say for those guys over there. That's okay.
Their strongest. Reloaded. The enemy summoned. Their swimming numbers will only serve to afford us greater glory.
Can you hide from me? We're pretty much immortal here, so I just want to blast him.
I'm ready to unfurl the banner. Even their corpses insult the glory of the God Emperor. Swapping magazine. Xenos mine.
Alright, well that was gross at the very end, but
We purge the Xenos cycle. Blessed be this magazine. Tyranid minds. Another alien falls to Imperial team blade. Swapping magazine. That grotesque Xenos has met its end.
Seeking operator. Not found.
Reloading magazine. Even their challenges stand for a chance. Replacing holy ordnance.
that was gross.
The banner is ready to fly.
It was fine until we almost got hit in the ping pong combo.
Reloading.
The ping pong combo can definitely, or this should be a sim, or it's gonna be ammo. That's gonna be too low for it to not be.
Carrion provides.
For sure, Carson sweeps up to your hordes of this Power Axe build. They're thinking too small. Osborne. Gotta think more unhinged titles. Yeah, Hayes, I did see that Hayes 50. That is fucking cool. The power of the Thunder Hammer goes hard.
Transfer. 3639 loading complete. Manifest updated.
Yeah, but people think Chaos Fun were bad for the game. They just made melee builds like way better. What's the ping pong combo? The one where like if they knock you down, once they go like their big unblockable overhead, you don't have enough time to get up before they pull up the second hit, so it can just one shot you in a lot of classes. That is what almost killed us there.
Seeks to prey on us. Destroy those monsters. Another tyranid monstrosity to expunge. Xenos artillery
There we go.
is no more. Prepare yourselves. Lieutenant Titus, the ordnance is loaded. Good.
Alright, let me grab my... stupid shindig. Grab my stim, is what I meant to say. How y'all doing today? Pretty good, Sup, bro. What's up, dude? I'm pretty sure this is the last day of drops, so if anybody wants for a full chest piece, now would be the time.
I have multiple swarms moving to your location. You have their attention. Deal with them swiftly. Don't get another shot at this. Deny intruding on one. We need to profit this if we are quite dangerous to trace. Defend the train. Eradicate the foul eye.
If you still think it's worth to buy the season pass too, I mean, definitely. I mean, that will depend on like what cosmetics you like, but I think the champion packs in season 2 are way better than season 1. I mean, you got Black Templar, Sanguinary Guard, and the Raven Guard one, which are three of the best in my opinion. Do you recommend Bulwark for newer players? Absolutely. The balance actually does fuck these guys up, huh? Engines you're requested, huh?
Your armor to the Mechanicus device. You will need to keep close proximity to the charging station until the reset is complete. Deploy immediately. As you command.
Alright, perfect.
Payload launched. Detonation in 5. Brace for shockwave.
That felt like a lot of guys. Say that. It certainly felt like a lot of people. Well, Hormigons, not people. Tyranids aren't people. What did I just say? I call Tyranids people. My bad, chat.